Hey friends, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life. Today I am working with my new camera again, and I had some complications with it. I'm still learning, but I do like it, and my husband got me a different stand because it comes with a remote which opens up as a stand, and I was having problems doing this video because of the distance. I can't just leave it somewhere for what I'm trying to share here. So what I wanted to share with you today, and I've been talking about that I wanted to get some sewing projects done. And in doing so, one of them was to make a few aprons. I've got the first one done. Now this one was actually a kit. And the reason I got this one is because I liked it in the book that I got, the catalog that I got. And I'm pretty much done buying things, but I saw this and it was right after the new year. So, I kind of like, I didn't want to, but I really liked it, and I haven't made any of the other aprons yet that I want to make. But I like this because apparently I have a thing for chickens. Go figure. I never thought that I would, considering, I just got the chickens for the eggs, folks. Well, they're part of the family. They all have names, and they're adorable. So what I did was I ended up getting these. I got two of them. I got two kits for an apron. And I thought, you know what? It's always nice to have a second apron just in case somebody's in the house helping you. And no, David will not wear a chicken apron, I don't think. But he did say to me, he goes, I would like to make an apron. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. It wasn't for cooking. It's for out in his shop, because he's been talking about an apron out there anyway. And I said, yeah, I kind of thought you would. And I have a variety of patterns that we can use. So and then he goes, and then I would like a certain pocket. And it's like, yep, he loves pockets. Men love pockets, or at least this guy does. So, but with this pattern here, and even though I don't really like working from prints that require you to cut it out and then put it together, it went together okay. It took me a good couple of hours, not just two. It took me a while. Plus, I wash my fabric. I iron it, because when I go to throw this into the washer, I don't want all my stitching sides and everything to start puckering. That's just the way I am. And it's cotton, it's 100% cotton, so it's going to shrink. Whether people say so or not, it's just, I know it will. And I really don't have a problem if I wash it and it fades a little. And I don't think it faded too bad. Actually, I don't think it faded at all. And that's why a lot of people don't like to wash their fabrics before they quilt. I personally do. The only fabrics I don't feel like I need to are the batiks. Anyways, back to the apron. So this lovely lady comes with, you just cut it around the red. And I was like, oh, don't we want to have the red trim? That's why this is so confusing. You don't. So you use the red as your seam allowance for those who have never done this. And then you just go around, the strappings are on it. The neck piece is about 1.5 inches wide, and that's between the red. And then the waistband is about 2 inches. So by the time you get done, it's a 1-inch waistband, and then 1.5, 3/4 going, for the neck bands. It's great. It gives me an idea, so when I want to make an apron from scratch, and I have done that before, just a little different. So I have this, and then it gives you pockets. Now, the pockets end up being double-sided. So this is inside the pocket, and if you didn't like this piece, you could reverse it, I suppose. But I like the chicken. It's actually roosters. So what we have here is, I have a nice little pocket that I can put a recipe in, notes, or anything. Like I might be talking to you and I have notes in my pocket, I can easily grab it out. Or you can put utensils that you might need. That's, for whatever you want a pocket for. So that's what I did. And that's the first one I wanted to get done. So I'll be probably getting to that one soon to finish that one. But what I'm working on now is I'm making some placemats. And again, I bought a kit because I thought it was adorable. And it was with the same designer. And the designer is, for those who are curious, it's Susan Wingate. And this is the Proud Rooster series. And so what I have is, I have these, but what I didn't like, just so you know, you have the basic piece that gets cut out, which is great. And it's a perfect size for placemat. But what I like is I like a placemat that's a little bit bigger. Now I thought about not worrying about it because we would probably just use these for lunch and dinner or whatever. But when I put them all together, I like them to all be like sized. So I put it up against this one and realized that, okay, I need to add some binding. This is one that I made before, and this matches the curtains that I have in the kitchen right now, which is wild birds. And on the back we have the berries and stuff. So, and I really love these, and I love my curtains, but no, I did not get fabric to match these placemats. These are just kind of like fun placemats. So what I did was, and I had bought some extra fabric I was going to do something different with. I thought, well, maybe I'll make a plain apron with this, but I had this. And when I was looking at this, I'd also purchased this rooster piece here for the backing of the placemats, which is going to be perfect. So I was trying to figure out, what do I do about this? So what I am doing is I'm making some strips. I cut 2-inch strips, and I'm putting them on the edges, and I know I have one here. Once I get going, I get really, okay. So what I have is, and I'll be putting another, I've got 2 on already. I've got to finish pressing it, and then I'll put them on the side so that I'll have, it'll all be framed in there. So once I get that done, then I will be able to put the backing on, and then I'll have some matching placemats. So that's what I'm working on right now. I have some other things that I have on my to-do list. I have some other chicken fabric I got this past summer, and I just like a theme thing going on, and generally I don't do that. Well, I can't say that. My curtains are birds, and then I have placemats that are birds. That's just something I do. But what I can do is I can also make some cloth napkins to match, and yeah, I like everything to match. So that's what I'm doing. This is one of the sewing projects, and I thought this would be a little bit simpler because everything was whatever, but I don't always go according to their confusing directions. So I just do what I think is appropriate, and I make sure that when I turn it over, it's folded twice, not once, because when you get this, you might think to, one second please. You might think, and some people might do this, on the pocket it's fine to just kind of like, because you're sewing this back to back on the inside pocket. But for me, when I get this, and a lot of people might, they might just turn that in and just sew it. I don't. I actually took it and folded it twice so it would go over, so that there would be no frayed edges. And let's see if I can bring this in closer. Like I said, I am learning here. And here we have where you can see that there's no frayed edges, and that's the way I prefer to sew my items. I'm just that way. It's ingrained in me because I've been sewing for so long, and when I finish a sewing project, I don't want any unfinished edges, because that's the way I was trained, it's the way I work, and it's the way my granny taught me, and it's the way that I learned in school, those kind of things. And then when I do stuff for customers and stuff, it's the same way. I want to make sure there's no frays so that they don't have to worry about that. So that's what I'm working on, and I will come back a little bit later when I have some of these things completed. I hope you're having a great day. Take care and God bless. Hey friends, this is Laura, and I am all done with my placemats. There's 4 of them here. What I did today, and I'm exhausted. I have been working on cutting them and doing a little bit here and there the last couple of days, but today I focused strictly on getting this sewing project done, at least up to this point. I've made 4 placemats, and what I did was I put quilt batting in between, and then I put the border on because I didn't like the size of these. And as I shared earlier, this is the size that I typically use. These here are just slightly smaller, and I'm not really too worried about it, honestly, because, and I'll tell you that in a second, but you can see this is about, these are about an inch, inch and a half wider. And that's okay, because I try to put matching placemats on the table when we do it. And I like having a front and the back. I have some fall ones that when I put those out, my husband flips his over and mine's the other way, because we both like both fabrics, but I like one side better than the other side. So our table in the fall never matches, and it drives me nuts. So what I have here, but these all match. He can't, well, he could flip it over if he wants, just to see if he wants to irritate me. You won't do that.
No.
Don't listen to him, he could. So this is one of them. This one says free range, 1928. And on the back, they will all have these chickens, roosters. They're all roosters. And this one here, I really like this one. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, but I think I like it because it's so bold. And so this one is done. Again, what I did was all of them got top stitched all the way around because of the batting inside. And I had to add this border all the way around because it wasn't big enough. And that was fine. I didn't have a problem doing that. I just wanted the larger placemat. So I could have made these placemats without the border, and it would have taken me far less time. But that's not me. That's just not me. Now here's Country Acres, and this is this one. I don't know why I'm showing each one, because I think they're all cute. And then this one here is Wilson's Farm, established 1956. And I really like this. And right now, I don't know if you can see it, I have a stitch all along the edges. I'm going to go back and stitch around the red, you know, the different internal, the inside borders. So I'll go back and I'll stitch over these. So I have 4 placemats. I'm going to make 4 more, and I intentionally bought 2 panels because I wanted 8 placemats, so that if we have more than 4 people here, everybody has a placemat, and they'll all be different. So unlike the fall ones, dear, the fall ones are different on each side. These have different chickens. And even if somebody wanted the other side, I don't think I'd be upset because it kind of all matches. I have to think that way now with him in the house, now that I've learned his ways. So I've got one apron done, and I will make the other one. And no, I'm not going to come back and show you that. But why I want to make the other one is either I'll have it as a spare when somebody's here helping, or just when I have mine in the wash, I at least have another clean one. Although knowing me, I will make a few more. I'll design my own pattern or use a pattern I have already and just make some with some other fabric that I had. Because as I was going through some of the other stuff, grabbing like the batting for the quilting stuff, I have the fabric that I specifically bought for aprons. So, but that's what I've done. So far today, my back is killing me, and you're gonna fix that, right?
Yep.
When I stand up all day, or when I'm back and forth sewing, I stand when I sew right now, and I have a tendency my back hurts. But I used to sit all the time, and my back would hurt because of my posture. And I'll have to show you sometime what he made for me. He made me some things so that all my machines are elevated, yet I can take them off and sit down if I want, which is kind of cool. So that's what I did. I am done, and I am looking forward to, he's going to give me a nice back. I've got some comfrey that I'm going to have him put on my back. I'll take some turmeric with pepperine in it, and hopefully within a half an hour to an hour I'll be all set. But I think I'm going to take a break from sewing for a day or two and go and do another project that I want to do. Although I don't want this to sit here, so we'll see what I really do. Folks, I hope that you had a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing a few of the things I've done. I will try to get more things that I'm sewing and share them with you. Have a great night, and may God bless you. Hey friends, we are heading out to the chicken coop, and it is cold out. It's like 35. I guess it's a little cold. I'm just in a flannel shirt, t-shirt, and a vest. We're going out to put the chickens in for the night because it's time. And before David does my back, I want to be able to make sure that they're all taken care of, because I know I will be asleep afterwards. You want to open it? Hey, girls. Hey, how are you? It's time to go in. It's time to go in. Come on, girls. Come on. Who's going to go in first? It looks like somebody's not done eating over there from this morning. I don't think they're ever done eating. Who wants to say hello? Who wants to say hello? Say hello. Yeah, I know. You're such a pretty girl. Come on, sweetheart. Time to go in. Here, David. Okay, who's first? Oh, yeah. You first. Okay, all right. Hey, settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Yeah, it's time to go in. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, I know. All right. Okay, who's next? Get back in there. All right. Time to go in? Huh? Is it time for you to go in? Yeah? All right. Get your tail in. All right, who's next? Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, we're going to play this, are we? Come on. Catch me if we can. Gotcha. All right, we got you. All right. Hey, it's okay. Yep. Yeah. All right. Go in with your sisters. All right. Come on, Padme. It's your turn. I'm not chasing you tonight. No, I'm not. Come on. Why? Yeah. Come on. She's not running the way she normally does. Come on, Padme. She does this to me every single day. There you go. You want to peek in? Want to peek in and see your sisters? Say hi. Usually she comes over and she, hi. Can I pick you up? Are you going to give me a hard time? All right, darling. Yeah, it's your turn. Give a little massage. You were a good girl tonight, somewhat. All right, you ready to go in? All right, come on. Yes, I know. Tell me all about it. Your life is miserable. All right, there you go. There you go. Night, ladies. Not letting me shut it tonight. There we go. Hi. What are you doing? I'm going to turn it off.